Hey, this is Robby Grant, WYXR 91.7 FM, The Drop. I'm here with Drew Holcomb. Hey, Drew, how you doing?
I'm good. Good to be with you.
Good,
Thanks for
good,
having me
good,
on.
good. Well, really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us here on The Drop this morning. I guess the big news is you're playing Mempho this year. So,
I am.
yeah, is this y'all's first time playing Mempho?
Yeah, first time playing Mempho.
Wow.
Yeah, very excited. We had our own festival in Memphis for a long time back in the mid-teens, and right around the same time, Mempho came on the scene is when we stopped doing it. So it's I'm glad to see Memphis still getting great festivals, and been excited to play it for a long time. So honored to be invited.
Yeah, it's going to be killer. Is there anybody on the bill you're excited to see?
Well, I mean, I think the band I've heard the most about that I haven't seen live is Goose. I mean, so many
Yeah.
folks, they seem to have quite the loyalty amongst their fans. Everybody who loves them really loves them. So, I mean, there's a lot of great acts on the bill. Marcus King's
Yeah.
great. The Roots are great. Jack White.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for everybody on there.
That's killer. So you released your last record, "Strangers No More," in 2023, but you've got a new one coming out coming up this week, and you are coming up on. I may have just came out this past Thursday. Tell us a little bit about the new record out.
Yeah, so when we recorded "Strangers No More," we really didn't know exactly what we were recording. I had a pile of about 30 songs in the band, and I rented this studio in Asheville, North Carolina, called Echo Mountain. And we just said, let's just record as many songs as we can in 2 weeks, and without we kind of made it fun. We were recording 2 or 3 songs a day, no pressure kind of environment. And by the time we got done, we realized we really had two records in the can. And nowadays it's so tricky to figure out how to release records, because it's like,
Yeah.
do you release one song a month for a year, or do you put it all out, drop 25 songs in a day, or because with the exception of diehards who listen to music on vinyl, which is still a lot of people, but the majority of people still have these very unpredictable listening habits. So even though these records were recorded at the same time, they felt like kind of two kind of different pieces. And so this next one is I think the volume two really showcases the band as much as the
Wow.
songwriting, and we just kind of sort of played in all sorts of different musical sandboxes on this record.
That's cool. That's awesome. And so you got your start here in Memphis. What was like the first couple places you played? What are some early memories?
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, I can walk through every single one of them. I won't do that, but I'll share a few. I mean, early on, sort of, there was this songwriter night at the Flying Saucer that I used to
Oh yeah.
play, and then Corey Brandon had a residency at the P&H Cafe, and he
Yeah.
invited me. He invited me to open three of those Mondays or Tuesdays. I can't remember what day of the week it was. And so the P&H was kind of my
Okay.
first spot, and then this is when the High Tone was still on Poplar, obviously. I
Yeah.
was I talked him into giving me like a Tuesday night, and I hustled every friend in town I could get to come, and so that sort of became my home over the early years. And but I played everywhere. I mean, Newbies, New
Yeah.
Daisy, Young Avenue Deli, anywhere that would have me. And I had very very beginning, I had a cover song regular gig at Brookhaven Pub, just playing John Prine and Dylan songs and making tips. So definitely had it took a long time to for any city to get anywhere near the number of shows I've had in Memphis.
Cool. Yeah. And with Mempho's, that'll be a great homecoming for you. It's a long way from the Brookhaven pub and the Flying Saucer. So
For sure, for sure.
yeah, yeah. Well, cool. Well, swing by the station when you're in town. We can't wait to have you. And then you've got another gig. You've got a Christmas show that you're doing also in December. You want to tell the folks a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think this is like our eighth or ninth year playing this Christmas show at the Orpheum. It's become sort of an annual homecoming event, and it's been really fun. My wife and I don't tour together anymore, but we do this show together. And for those of you, anyone like me who's a little bit skeptical of Christmas shows, I can tell you that it's only about 40 or 50% Christmas music. That was my caveat for doing the show, was I still want to play a
Yeah.
lot of our other songs, but it's become a really fun night. We get all dressed up, and it's just a kind of a great family night out. And yeah, it's become kind of a homecoming tradition for us.
Awesome. Well, I love Christmas music, so I'll be there, and
There
you'll
you go.
be yeah, first weekend of October. Drew Holcomb and the Neighbors at MemphoFest, and new record just came out this past Thursday. So check all that out on all the streaming platforms. And Drew, thanks so much for hanging with me.
Yeah, thanks for having me in. I appreciate it.